Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. We got a lot to talk about. It's a red day today, good people. We expected the jobs to be where it is, where it came out. Job market is strong, meaning the Fed is less likely to cut interest rates. Okay, this year, as a matter of fact, we got some numbers on that. Retailer sentiment numbers on where they think the rate cut is going to be. I made a video yesterday. I went live yesterday and I said a dump is coming. Are you scared or prepared? And then some people will, oh, you're fear mongering. No, we saw this coming. And listen to people that kind of know what they're talking about and never listen to people in the comment sections. All right. Speaking of comment sections, I want to talk about something at the end of this about people being spammed. I've been hearing horrifying stories of people turning their money over. All right. So let's deal with that a little later. This is brought to you by Stock Up With You, where you can learn about crypto and stock. Right? No coupon code is needed. Let's deal with the jobs first. All right. Let's listen to what happened this morning in the pre-markets an hour before the market opened.
All right, here we go. Non-farm payrolls for the month of December on our jobs report. Way hot. 256,000. Wow. What a shocker. 212,000 on last week's revised 227,000. But let's look at 2 weeks worth. If we get 2 weeks worth of revisions, we are looking at down 8,000, down 8,000. Now, 256, we have to see when that comps to. That would be the comp of March of last year when it was 310,000, which means it would be the second best, basically going back to that point. Now, let's look at some of the important internals, shall we? Average hourly earnings up 0.3, up 0.3. We break that up 0.4. Up 0.4 was what we had been running. And if you look at the average hourly earnings year over year, we broke the 0.4. We're now down to 3.9, which in some ways may be good news. I'd like to see people make more wages, but we know that we've been feeding the beast with regard to income and higher prices. 3.9 equates to April of last year. To find a lower, you have to go all the way back to March, which I think is pretty interesting all in all. If we look at average hourly work week, 34.3 basically has been where it has been most of last year. If we look at the underemployment rate, or U6, 62.5, exactly as expected.
So there you have it, good people. I can only take so much of, I think his name is Rick Santoli. That was him, as they told him he won $2 billion. This dude is so happy that the market is tanking. I can't take that dude too much, man. But let's keep it going. Got to be careful what you say. You know, these shows may have you on one day, but I mean, this guy, whoo, and then he's always screaming. Oh my goodness. He's that dude. I know he got beat up a lot on the school playground. I'm sorry, good people. I shouldn't be thinking out loud. Let's look at what's going on right now. The S&P tanking, 76 points. Dow, 600 points. NASDAQ, 270. All right. The NASDAQ 100, I didn't mean to put that in there. Okay. The NASDAQ, 285, negative 1.3, 1.46, all around 1.4 if you look at it, right? So that's a big decline, right? And then if you really look at the S&P, it's kind of pretty flat to where it was election. So the election run up in the S&P 500 has all come back, right? And so it's just crazy. I know I got a turtleneck on. I'm finna go shovel some snow, good people. I still do it. All right, so let's look at what's going on with this. Earlier jobs was a precursor. So we had job data twice this week, right? Some on Monday, some on Wednesday, and today was the big numbers, right? But it prepared you. If you look at the other job numbers, it was a precursor of what was going to happen today. So if I give you some bad news, say this is coming, whether it's stocks and crypto, it's not fear mongering. Fear mongering is when you take something that's not really that big and you keep whipping it. But I want us to be prepared. Okay. So we got CPI and PPI coming next week, right? So it's probably not over, right? So you want to keep your eye on things that that really count, right? So, for instance, you want to keep your eye on the VIX as the VIX is going up. We're up about 19. Look at that. When the VIX starts spiking and you see gold start spiking and you see treasury yields start spiking, you see the price of your stock going down, and then oil starts to go up. You see your stock to go down. When the dollar gets stronger, the market usually goes down. So you want to be careful and watch all of these things. And really, this is a stock pickers market. Okay. This is a stock pickers market. I'm going to briefly play a short video for those of you. We have new, and then I'm going to go to crypto. We have new investors and old investors. I always tell the older investors, the market has changed since 2020 and you can't invest like you're 100 years old anymore. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. I'm just telling you guys the truth. And if you're young, you can't be the wild, wild west. You also have to just invest in the S&P 500. All right. So listen to this video and I'll comment.
You find a lot of people who got back into the market after the great financial crisis or sometime thereafter, but they allocated so heavily to the dividend factor that they really missed out on a lot of what else drives market performance. So I am pro-dividend. 75% of companies in the S&P 500 do pay a dividend. But when you actually analyze it as a standalone factor, 54% of the time, it trails the performance of the S&P 500 over all 12-month rolling periods going back 30 years.
There are old school investors that just chase dividends. And I've heard it so many times. Why would I buy a stock if they don't pay dividends? Okay, you keep investing like that. You keep investing in just the railroad and just Coca-Cola, and you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. If you're older, you need to put a little risk in your portfolio. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. That's what I got my dad in. And his portfolio is doing well because I have some risk in there. But there are some stock that I have in my dad's portfolio that I've been managing since 2021 that are up even now 350%. Okay, so go figure, right? You guys saw what I did with some of these other plays, but I put some of those in my dad's portfolio, including Bitcoin. Okay, and now he has some. I put some IBIT, which is the ETF, in my dad's portfolio. Okay, remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Let's switch over. Okay, crypto. Look at this on the day. Look at all of this green. Crypto is holding strong even after all of the bad news. I reported that the government, the crypto that was seized, the Bitcoin that was seized, they got a green light to sell it. And they're trying, according to this report, that they may, not trying, but they may sell it before the incoming president come in, right? The 20th. Now, it may or may not happen. I believe that the incoming president will hold that Bitcoin as a reserve. That's going to be easier to do than the United States actually buying Bitcoin for the reserves. So he can kind of halfway strike that off of his list. He's not going to come in day one and start buying Bitcoin as a reserve. If he does, it's going to take off. But having said that, Bitcoin is holding strong, and so is all crypto. Now, in the last hour, not so much, all right? But look at that, green. But the day, it's up, right? And then that's what we want to see. For the week, not so much, and for the month, we expect that. But for the day, we're up, and we could see that Bitcoin is hovering around 95. On this one, it'll say 9499, as you can see there, right? So let's see what it says here. Here it says 95, right? And it depends on where you go. So let's just call it 95. So here we are at 95 for Bitcoin with the bad news. Now, this morning in my Stock Crypto Club, I said I had some buys based on Bitcoin hitting 92. Well, 30 minutes after I said that, it was around 94 when I said that. It actually dipped down to 92 and then came back up. It was really weird. So it dipped down to 92. I had some buy orders that came in, and then it went back up, good people. Look at what happened this morning. That was really, really cool. I got this Bitcoin on the hourly. You could see it stair-stepped up every hour. Look at that. Green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle. It green candle all the way up. And from, let's see here, from Thursday the 9th, okay? So from Thursday the 9th up until now, we have went up 4%, 4.22% as Bitcoin hovers around 95. We could see that, all right? I'll take it. So I also want you guys to look at this, all right? See if I can play this on my phone. Get this. I took this video and I wanted you to see this. You can see that. This just came in. SUI up 5%, right? Congratulations, my Bitcoin field. I was telling you guys that this was a little longer, all right? BTC volatility spikes as rate cuts outlook shifts. Then you could see the bunk went down, right? But alts were starting to run up. I see that, right? We got Bitcoin Cash up 5. We got AVAX up 5, all right? Yeah, and then congratulations on my Bitcoin sale. One of those was my daily Bitcoin sales. I told you guys I was looking at Bitcoin. Now let's go to the day's briefing. We could see Bitcoin volatility spikes as rate cuts outlook shifts. All right, you guys can read that. I don't want to bore you with that. I took that all in a video in my phone, but we could see that in spite of everything that's going on, Bitcoin is holding up really, really good. And then we have crypto like HBAR just came across. So some of the altcoins are actually performing good while we had this bad news. Now, let me talk about this because it affects crypto as well as your stock. I'm glad we got this out of the way. Yes, we have PPI and CPI. I'm not worried about PPI next week. CPI, yes. I'm glad that all of this job data is behind us because the fact of the matter is sentiment says that the Fed will probably only cut 1 to 0% or times, should I say, at 25 basis points. So he may only do one cut this year or no cuts at all. And it's really starting to show that the job market is strong, which could lead to sticky or inflation going up and rebounding. Okay. And so that's what the Fed's main purpose, his main drive is, not the stock market, but the economy. Bitcoin and crypto performs better with lower interest rates, though Bitcoin is ready to take off right now. It's just like it's at the gate ready to go. Now, we still have, you'll see a lot of people, a lot of guys on here talking, short term is bearish, long term is bullish. The choice is yours. I'm going to stop being as passionate as I am telling you guys not to fear, but I'm still going to tell you guys that. But I need to just sit back. Some will win and some will lose. Patience pays. If you're not patient, you're going to lose money and leave a lot of money on the table. And the rest of us are going to just be simply saying, I told you so. All right. So that's going to be my stance. In closing, guys, I've heard more than 8 stories of people losing more than $30,000, 40, 50,000. I heard one that was 60,000. No one is going to trade your money for you. You cannot be lazy. And my heart goes out in one way and then I shake my head in another because it's stupid for anyone to give someone $50,000 that says, hey, I'm going to trade for you. Just don't do it. All of these warnings we keep telling you guys, don't do it. It's spam. If they use someone else's logo, if they use my logo, if they say it's me, it's not. It's spam. And why would you just blindly send somebody your money? Listen, nobody wants to take the stairs. Everyone wants to take the elevator. No one is going to trade for you in stocks or crypto. Don't do it. Okay, I know I'm pounding the table because I want you to protect your money. They say there's one born every second, and apparently it's true. Don't do it, good people. Don't hand your money away. It doesn't work that way. There's no shortcuts. You got to do the work. If you want muscles, you got to work out, right? If you want to lose weight, you got to work out. There's no shortcuts, okay? So I know somebody said Ozempic. Yeah, I know everybody's got that Ozempic body going, but you guys get it. So if it was that easy, then everybody would be rich, okay? So don't get scammed, all right, good people? I love you guys, all right? We'll see you tomorrow, maybe. I'm going to start taking some days off on the weekend, all right? Make sure, for those of you, and here's another thing, I got to say this. There are people out there that won't spend $300, $400, $500 for education, but they will blindly hand somebody $50,000. Just think about that. They won't even look for the free stuff. But somebody said that this bot is going to guarantee me 200% per day. Here's $50,000. But you won't spend $500 on education. Because if you educated yourself, you'll know how to make money for yourself and you'll be less likely to fall for scam. All right? Stock Up You. You, sir or ma'am, need to take Stock Up You, or anything else that you could do. I had to put that in there because it makes me scratch my head that people are still getting scammed like this. It hurts. It hurts. I don't want you guys losing money. All right, good people. I said I wasn't going to get passionate. I can't help it. I want everyone to win. All right. I got to be me. All right. So peace out from the turtleneck trader as I go and shovel some snow in the cold. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.